Hi guys, it's Rich from the podcast, yeah. Welcome back to part 2.
Hey Space Cadets and Airheads, welcome to Season 3 of Not 40 Just Blank. It's a radical and righteous podcast in which each episode we take you back to the bodacious 1980s, looking back at news, TV, sports, film and music of a single year of that bitchin' decade. It sounds mega. So come and join us on our latest gnarly journey, dudes, as we head back to the 80s, the decade that fashion forgot, right here on Not 40 Just Blank. Right, gentlemen, time to talk films of 87 and another good year. So I think we're going to have lots to chat about. So, Philip Reynolds, what the hell are your top 3 films of the 87?
It's forever changing, this one.
Ooh, well,
this was a good year.
We got a lot of time. We need to laminate this shit.
This was a good year for film.
It was, wasn't it?
Very much so.
I've just literally last minute changed my number 3.
Okay. So, does the one that you've just changed it for drop out entirely, or does it switch position?
No, it drops out entirely.
Well,
it'll be an honourable mention.
Okay, so what is your new, brand spanking new number 3? He's changed it again.
No, this is just a bit of a guilty pleasure.
Okay, let's...
Is it Debbie Does Dallas?
Should we do a countdown
What do you mean?
for you to spit it the fuck out?
No, I just didn't. I know what it is. But
It's nice to get
It's a bit of a. It's a guilty pleasure.
So you don't think it's going to crop up in ours then?
I don't know. It might do, but I'd be
Probably,
surprised.
yeah.
It's just not my. But it's Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
Is it?
Oh, wow, that's a shocker.
I do like Dirty
I didn't
Dancing.
see that coming from the...
Yeah,
I like Dirty Dancing.
Is it in your top 3 though? It's not in
No,
mine.
it's not. It's not.
Then
But I do.
go for your life, mate.
I do
I
like
like
it.
it.
Yeah.
It's a good film.
So
Yeah.
why? Tell us.
I don't know. I think I just grew up. I grew up with it in my house. Obviously, I'm the
Constantly
youngest. I'm the youngest of the family, and I grew up with like 2 older sisters.
What, so you was made to play Dirty Dancing?
No, but I remember.
Nobody puts
Bill
Philip in
Swayze.
the corner.
So the story of Dirty Dancing, I remember my oldest sister going to see it at the cinema.
Yeah.
And I think at the time it was quite controversial because of the.
There's a abortion or pregnancy
Yeah,
scene
but
or
not that.
something,
It's
isn't
the dancing as well, and the title of
very
the film is
sexual.
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's sexual.
and I remember my mum like being a bit like, "Oh, why are you going to watch that?" Didn't like that, dude. And obviously, then it came out in VHS probably the following year. We're probably going
Got
on
the
about.
video man round.
And I remember my sister.
just like, "No,
I remember
I
my
feel you,
sister
mate."
going, "Oh, you got to watch this film." To mum, "Oh no, blah, blah, I don't like it." And then my
like
mum
the sound of
watched
that,
it and
love.
fell in love with like the film.
Yeah.
And then I just remember it always being played, so I kind of just got it
Yeah.
put into my
Always,
head.
yeah.
And
By osmosis, it almost makes it into your...
but it's a
It is
guilty
a good-
pleasure of mine.
yeah.
I quite like it still. It's a good film.
It's a good
The
story.
soundtrack's really good
Yeah.
as well. The
Jenny's
music.
just introduced Maisie to it in the last
man.
sort of 6 months to
really?
a year, and she's really likes it as well.
What's her
So it's like-
favourite song off the soundtrack?
The soundtrack's
Oh,
amazing.
I don't know about
it
favourite
is.
song. I think she's just really enjoys it.
I
She
have a
really
guilty-
likes Grease, and she really likes Dirty Dancing now as well.
Because it's a
My
mixed.
Sorry, mate.
Well, it's a mixture of like 50s and 60s,
Yeah.
Motown kind of, and but they've also got original
big one.
Yeah,
songs,
like-
but the original ones are really good as well.
I've got a guilty pleasure for Hungry Eyes.
Yeah, Hungry Eyes,
too
and then
right,
she's
dude.
like The Wind as well, which is
Yeah, I
Patrick
forgot.
Swayze as well.
Yeah.
No,
It's a really good soundtrack, but no, I just think it's a good fun film.
It was done on the lowest of budgets as well.
bet,
Did you know
yeah.
that? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like they got I think a sort of a video rental company to do it. I watched something about it, but it was done on such a low
It's
budget.
basically just filmed in like a Butlins, isn't it, or something like that, like American
Yeah,
version of
it's
Butlins. It's just
Was
like
Sway-
on a camp.
I'm not big on the film, so was Swayze around as an acting force
Yeah,
before this?
I think it's made him. He done a few, obviously done like The Outsiders and that we've done before.
So
And
it's like a heart-throbby kind of thing.
I don't think he was that. This
then
is what made him. This is what like kind of.
All
I
right.
can't remember if he did Red Dawn or Steel Dawn or
Yeah,
something.
Red Dawn. He'd done some crappy like action films and stuff like that. But
this is the one that made him the housewives
Yeah.
kind of favourite.
Favourite.
yeah. And then the classic line: "Nobody put Spabe in the corner."
No idea.
Great film.
Yeah, no, it's,
I like it.
It's good. I was like, I used to like, to like roll my eyes when Claire wanted to put it on, and finally did, and I was like, yeah, you know what?
Actually, it's not too bad.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It is good. It's
and everyone's-
not too bad means good.
Good
Without,
in your words, yeah. And everyone's tried The Lift, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
We used to try and do that in the bread and
swimming
cheese,
pool.
didn't we? After a long evening on
Did
the
it in the
sauce
public
as well.
swimming pools a few times.
Yeah.
got
that
the
was
whistle.
At least that was a softer landing. Doing it in a pub on a hard wooden floor.
That was.
I mean, Mr. H dropped me a good couple of times doing that. Yeah. At one point, I think he turned it into a body slam and nearly broke me in half.
Yeah, Dirty Dancing with the Undertaker.
Yeah, dangerous. Good choice, Mr. Reynolds. Good choice. What is your number 2?
So my number 2, I watched this week actually. Just rewatched it. Is Full Metal Jacket.
Okay, so that makes my top 3
Oh, really?
as well.
I didn't know this.
That's my
so
number
I had
3.
to watch it again because of last episode 1 where Platoon, I remember having a really good liking it when I was younger. Watched it again, I wasn't that, and I thought, is this the same with this one? Because this was when all Vietnam films were coming out.
That's right. Yeah.
But this one is a really good film,
very good.
and it's very.
And again, soundtrack is banging.
Yeah, soundtrack's great. But what I love about it is it's 2 separate films as well, isn't it? So the first, literally.
First,
bang halfway through it is all about them, the drills and going out, all about Private Pile and and it's actually quite it's really horrible what he goes through and what they do to him and how they like make him come mental health and then do what he does. But he's also got some funny lines from
I didn't know they stacked shit.
And
was it Lee Emery in it?
And he says like one of the best lines. He says, "You put an inch in me or something. I bet you're the kind of guy that wouldn't even have the common courtesy to give me a wrap around after."
Reach around.
There's so many fucking good lines.
He says it at such a speed without almost like pausing.
Apparently, a lot of that is like
he's
ad-libbed as well. Like Kubrick, who was like known for not letting people ad-lib. It was like to the script.
Yeah.
Apparently on him, he was just like, let him
just go at it.
Just go at it.
Wasn't he a drill sergeant?
I think he was something like that, yeah.
I thought he was, yeah.
Oh, the guy that actually plays him?
Yeah.
Because Kubrick's very anti-war anyway, isn't he? This is very much an anti-war
Yeah. And even,
film.
I mean, the whole film is shot in the UK as well.
Yeah.
It's all in Hertfordshire and Watford. Yeah, and there's some on the... on the
war
London.
scenes all done in Docklands.
Yeah, because it's not like Platoon.
They really should rebuild it, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Platoon's all in the jungle. This is more like derelict buildings
that's right.
and that. So it's
all
all
through the north of Vietnam.
and it's it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I was like, I was surprised at that. So that held its ground, and I was like, this is good. So that's number 2.
Very good film. Yeah, totally agree.
And my number 1 is The Untouchables.
Oh, I thought you would.
Love The
Is it
Untouchables.
now? What a shock.
Yeah,
what a shock. Talk us through it. It's not in my list. So.
It's just, again, I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure, but it's just a film I remember just growing up with and just loving it. Costa at his best. Yeah, again, this is the kind of film that made him, wasn't it? And there was another Costa film that nearly made it, which I'll talk about after that.
Does he get his bum out in this one?
Probably. I don't think he
Got
does.
his bum out in most.
I don't think he does actually.
No,
but,
he's very conservative in this one.
Surprising it went all the way to number 1 with you then, Phil.
Yeah, it is a good film. Basically, it's after them trying to get Al Capone.
And your favourite impression of
and Sean Connery, who was brilliant.
Gets an Oscar.
A Scottishman playing an Irishman again. He loved doing that.
Like, got an Oscar
without changing his accent.
Yeah.
Did he get supported?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did win Best Supporting Actor. Yeah.
For being old Sean. That's fun.
Yeah, no, it's a great film. He just puts a team together. They need to get Al Capone played by Robert De Niro. And there's some just great scenes in it, and obviously the great staircase scene at the end, which is copied off the Battleship Potemkin. Yeah, for the film.
Oh, what were they trying to take a sofa up it and pivots?
Don't they?
That's Friends.
They take the mickey out of it in Naked Gun as well, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but it's just a great film. He's really good, and love it. Love The Untouchables. Good settler, good music as well for it. Good.
I'm trying to remember it. I do like it. I do really like it. I just didn't get time.
No, it's good. I didn't watch it this week.
So
but
I kind of knew it was going
to
watch.
That's what I mean.
I knew it was going to. I didn't watch that one again this week, so I think I kind of knew straight away. So I was like, that's my number 1.
Oh, fair enough. Lovely. Good. Something for everyone. Cheeky. Let's see how Mr. Dello fared.
So mine totally changes, and it's all done from nostalgia of the time.
Okay.
And I loved it, and I'm in R-ing over the 3, but I've gone with Predator.
Predator at 3.
Yeah, Predator number 3. I just sci-fi film. I love this. I know there's elements of cheese in that, but I just love Predator. I love the sci-fi, but I just it was something like at the time there were things about that were sort of like some people had done creatures, aliens, and different things like that, but this was a total different thing. And I just loved the fact that they were trapped in the jungle. And then Arnie as well. I was a massive Arnie fan at that time.
Man Crush, a go-go.
The two films that come out that year, that's what was, an R over Predator and Running Man as well. And Running Man is, this all the connections with this. Running Man is Richard Bachman wrote it. It was actually Stephen King's author.
Okay.
So he used to put books out when he didn't want to, by a different name, when he didn't want to be sort of judged as Stephen King sort of thing.
Oh my God.
So, but yeah, no, again, Predator, but great. Yeah, I love it. Carl Weathers in it as well from Rocky. There's all like,
it's literally all your touch points.
Jesse Ventura. It's all like, again, it's sort of like some of the lines.
So you've actually got two governors of the United States.
Yeah.
In film.
Which is
together.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it, when you think of it like that. He chewing on tobacco, saying, "Oh, you've got to do this to be a sexual tyrannosaurus," and even like some of the lines and the jokes where it's like Schwarzenegger takes out someone by just sort of like just throwing a bomb in the room and just knocking on the door, and it's just going knock knock, and it's just like, and get to the chopper, get to the chopper. Yeah. So again, and also remember it as just again far too young to watch it at this time. But again,
I was going to say we were 9, weren't we?
Yeah,
it was very much an 18.
Again, which then
everyone watched it at that age, didn't they?
Well, yeah, exactly. Which follows suit.
Some of us watched it at 27.
Well, the next film actually, look, it gave me a bit of psychological sort of like, I think it played in my head a little bit, because I found actually the killing scene in it, which I'll get to in a minute, was quite brutal actually. But number two is RoboCop, and it's actually people don't realise it's actually a satire. It's actually a dark comedy. So it's a satire because
it's a satire against advertisement and that as well, isn't it? That's what it's.
But
it's because the new remake they did tried to do too much of that. And it was crap.
And it just didn't work. But it's all like, there's some brilliant scenes here where Ed 209 just absolutely obliterates one of the guys when they're trying to test it and it goes wrong. And they've actually shot this guy to pieces. And one of the guys' line afterwards just goes, "I think we better call a paramedic." And it's stuff like that, and it's one-liners. But when Murphy actually gets killed, I remember watching it as a kid, and the bad guys in it, and they've got some of the best names ever. Clarence Boddicker. It's like, as a bad guy, it's just fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's brutally killed, isn't he?
It's brutally killed.
And the one at the end with the acid on his...
Yeah,
and he runs out in front of the car.
Oh yeah, it's proper. But again, it's just like that of the time. I don't know why they did. This is an example of never make a 2 and a 3. But the actual first one, I thought was brilliant, and I love this. And again, it's like nostalgic. So again, why it's there. So that's my number 2. But my number 1, I had to watch again this week because I just thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. And I just thought it would be a bit lost in that. And it is lost because it's the Lost Boys. And I think it's fantastic. It's a horror. It gets the horror bang on and it gets the comedy right as well. And it's just a mixture. And the soundtrack kind of like fits in as well. And I thought something might be a bit lost, but it just works. Like Kiefer Sutherland just works as a bad guy.
Yeah.
Just from that to...
it's just the stare,
Stand By Me, and it just works, and I just love it. It's just fun. Corey Feldman, Corey Haim in it.
Death by Stereo.
Yeah, exactly.
I watched that on the cruise about 3 times. It was on all the time.
Oh, really? So,
I think that's probably the only reason I probably didn't put it. But I love it. But
I've watched that one. I watched it about a year ago, maybe for the first time, and it's actually not. But you know when you expect an 80s film to be not any good now, but it's actually very good.
Yeah, like I say, it holds up for me, and it's good fun. It's great fun.
Lovely stuff.
It's my number 1.
Right.
I said we'd all be a bit different.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. So my number 3 is Full Metal Jacket, so I do agree with that. My number 2 and my number 1, though, are different. I'm fairly sure you'll be guessing my number 1, but before we get there, let's talk about Lethal Weapon at number 2.
No.
I did.
I watched that this week.
Shock, actually.
I watched that this week. And I've got some. There's a couple of gripes I got with it.
That's absolutely fine because it's a whole opposite attract buddy cop movie nonsense. It's just the silliness, isn't it? It's Gibson and Glover pair well together. He does play a loony quite well before we knew he was a mental anti-Semite, but that's fine. But yeah, it's just that whole moments of comedy breaking up the violence, and there are some fairly violent bits in it. It's like, that was unexpected shit.
Is this the one where the toilet scene where the bomb's on the toilet?
Nah, that's number 2.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just sort of the whole starts with like him almost approaching 50, it turns out, in
really?
retirement. It was like...
Do you know how old he was when he filmed that?
50? No, go on, I bet he's about 36 or
He was
something
40,
stupid.
yeah. He was 40 and they make him out to be 50, Dan again. And he's like constantly going, I'm too old for this shit. And he's like, he's younger than us.
Yeah. And I'm going, oh my God, he's 50 in this. Jesus.
But when he's in the bath at the beginning as well, like he's like, they're making out, he's like got a good body on him, like Danny Glover, to be fair. He's like, he'd be like...
He's luxurious.
And they're like making him out to be like, oh, I can't move.
Yeah,
and
going for his last day or last week at the job. And then you've got Mel Gibson waking up in like a...
Got his bum out. He gets his bum out.
He does get his bum out quite a lot, opening up a pizza and all
with his bum?
smoking. With his bum. He's got a very talented pair of buttocks still. It's remarkable what he can do. But yeah, I just really like it. And it's the whole Gary Busey as the lunatic. Anyway, he's like in the same sort of style of loony.
Yeah, they've got the same core, haven't they? They're like a special... Navy Corps or something like that. Yeah, I watched it this week.
It's just a popcorn film, isn't it?
I watched it this week because I thought that could be one that could make my top 3.
So what are the gripes?
There is a really annoying trumpet that goes all the way through it. Like they tried to make it this film noir, but it comes in really annoying moments. It would just be like... It's like...
Are you sure that's a trumpet?
Honestly, all the way through it, it really took me out of the film. I was just like, what is that?
Wow.
I didn't pick up on that.
Then is the last scene where they have a fight.
Oh, I mean, it's ridiculous.
So he's basically gone to the house to kill him, Gary Busey.
Yeah.
And they all get him and that. And
they kidnapped the daughter.
He's kidnapped his daughter. He's killed. And Danny Glover just holds all the police force back, going, no, let him go. While Mel Gibson just has a fight with him by this like rain. He's like, oh no, it's not rain. It's like a burst water pipe or something.
That's right.
It's just it was just really stupid.
We've got the combined police force of like 6 different precincts.
Yeah.
We can take him down.
Danny Glover's going, no, it's on me. It's on me. It's my responsibility. You know,
we'll just let him have a fist fight.
That was just, I was just like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, they're all ridiculous though. All of those kind of films of that era is very much like one man against the world type.
But I don't know, them two. It was watchable. It was good.
It is. That's all it is. It's a watchable film. Yeah. And that's what did it for me. But it didn't top my number 1. Any guesses, gentlemen?
Yeah, we're going planes, trains, and automobiles.
Of course it is. It's one of the greatest films of all time.
It is good.
Candy and Martin, lovable fellas thrown together, trying to get home. 90 minutes, bang on, perfect film length, funny, poignant. John Hughes writing and directing.
Oh, is it John Hughes? Oh, okay.
A couple of years before Uncle Buck and then Home Alone. So he's on a bit of real rich vein of form.
He was always on a rich vein of form.
But yeah, exactly. But this is John Candy's best film out the 3 by far. It's that whole Laurel and Hardy.
Harry Crumb?
I do love Harry Crumb with Eugene Levy, but this is the film for me. So yeah, it's that kind of just trying to get home and then realising that he's all alone, but sort of getting over loss and all the rest of it. And then just a variety of a little bit of pathos, a little bit of comedy, heartwarming. Yeah, and then, you know, where's your hand? It's between 2 pillows. They're not pillows. And I thank you. It's a wonderful scene. Yeah, really, really gets me. And I love it dearly.
No, it's good. I do love it.
It was close, I must confess, to Lost Boys going in or Dirty Dancing make an honourable mention list for me. There was one that was... two that bubbled under. Princess Bride.
See, I've never seen that. I wanted to watch that. Because everyone raves about that. It's been a really good film.
Giant and,
But I've never seen it. Is it any good?
Whatever his name is.
Worth watching?
It is worth watching. It is very
I might give that a watch. I did want to watch that. I never got round to it.
It is.
I've always heard people rave about it.
Yeah, it's one of those films that kind of, if you haven't seen it, you should see.
Yeah.
It still does stack up. And the other one was with, I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say it, was Mannequin.
Oh, yeah.
With Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
Great film. With Andrew, whatever his face is.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And the
really
Starship do the song.
Yes, exactly. As they drive away on the motorbike and she's sort of coming alive and not when she goes past other people in other cars and stuff.
No, it's a
stupid film, but there we go. What made it onto your close run list, chaps? What was the one that didn't make it on your 3?
So the one that didn't make it out was another Costner film, actually, No Way Out.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we were talking about this on the but yeah, this is. I recommend this film. This is really good. I couldn't find it anywhere to watch, so it's quite hard to get. But it's basically he's like a navy officer. It's basically set in like the Pentagon.
Okay.
And basically, it's got Gene Hackman in it as well.
Always
and
a
I think
stamp of quality.
Connery's like and Sean Young. Connery's like having an affair with her, who's like going out with Gene Hackman, but then she dies, and it's all like a bit of a murder mystery. Who done that? But then also there's a spy in the Pentagon, so it's like a real good thriller. And honestly, it's a really good film. Recommend it. It's no one really knows about it. It's kind of
I've never heard of it.
But yeah, it's a really good film. Really recommend it. I watched it years ago, but it's good. I couldn't find it again because I really wanted to watch that. It's a shame. And that could have made my free if I'd watched it again, but because I didn't, I was like, I'm just going to
play it safe. And
I'm going to leave it out. But yeah, definitely recommend it. There's loads of films, isn't there? Got Inner Space.
Inner
Space
is very
good. With Martin Short.
I feel quite sentimental about it, but then I don't think it's
another vampire film, Near Dark.
Oh, okay.
That was a Catherine Bigelow film. Not as good as Lost Boys, obviously. Wall Street.
Yeah, Wall Street.
Because that got all the awards and stuff, didn't it, that year? It was Michael, what's his face?
Charlie Sheen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Got the award, didn't it?
I think I've watched it, but I was probably too young, to be fair. I can't
the whole
bother to watch it again.
Good.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's got a couple of iconic sort of things.
Yeah.
I think it's Oliver Stone.
Yeah,
that sounds about right. I think it's just too grown up a film.
Yeah.
It's still probably for me.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch The Wolf of Wall Street or something like that.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is the other one, because that's Candy and Moranis and stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
And you got
silly
Joan Rivers as like C3PO equivalent.
That's right.
You got Rick Moranis as Dark Helmet.
That's right.
The best
fellow with a massive over.
It still makes me laugh today because there's a dog around the field called Major, and their lion is a Major Arsehole. That's the name of the Major. It's just called Major Arsehole, and it just makes me laugh every time I hear it.
When they shout out the name, do you want to go arsehole?
Major Arsehole, yeah.
Major
Arsehole. And the other thing is just Rick Moranis trying to drink coffee when his helmet.
With the hat. Keeps getting in the way. Like, it's just really stupid, ridiculous. But very silly.
What ones you got, Del?
Pizza the Hut and all that stuff.
So it was on their films.
So I watched Running Man, absolutely loved it. So again, lots of like nonsense in there. Sleazy host of Family Fortunes was Killian.
That's right.
Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac turns up as part of the rescue team.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
How do they cram him in? He's bloody enormous.
He's in there. Jim Brown, Big Jim Brown. If you've ever, he's one of the again, like everyone was. It's all about steroids this year. That all the
lot of films. Yeah, you're right.
I can't remember what there's got. All the stalkers were on steroids. Again, it's just ridiculous. But I did a film I did watch, and so I love it, but because it's so bad.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Over the top.
Over the top.
Of course it is.
And I think it's called Over the Top because of the fucking acting.
Oh god,
in there. It's pretty much Rocky 4.5. And if you ever want a sort of advert to get you not to get into steroids, watch this film because everyone's fucking raging to fuck. It's just people being slapped in the face. Yeah. Some of the names, I just want to give you some of the names on here of some of the arm wrestlers: Ball Hurley, Smasher, just Smasher, just nothing else. John Grizzly,
of course,
and of course, like Stallone's Lincoln Hawk.
Would it? That's a great name.
Honestly,
some of them names are just amazing.
So he was like he was a writer of that, but he wanted his name changed on it because he didn't like the way it came out.
Oh really?
Yeah, he wrote it, but
he wrote it, but he didn't like the way it came out.
He didn't like the way it was directed.
So he wrote it and acted it.
It's pretty much.
Didn't like what happened.
He didn't like the final. He didn't like the final bit.
Rocky. That's what.
I think he wanted to direct it,
right? Oh, okay.
But then I was telling you earlier, the Canon guy was big up on it, and he didn't want to do it. Yeah, and he didn't like the way he done it because it's like it goes all like documentary style, doesn't it? When they're talking to the camera as well, aren't they? A lot of them, they're going, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do this and do that." Yeah, it's like talking heads, aren't there? There's a lot of talking heads in it.
Is he like a trucker that goes around with his daughter or something? And
his son.
Sorry.
And then he's like, when he's talking to you, he's going, what I do is I get my cap and I turn it around, it's like a switch.
And that's when I get angry. And then I do my cheating thumb thing. And then we go.
And
Phil just put his cap on back to front. He's going to get extra 20% more aggressive.
The other thing is he sells his truck for £7,000 and he puts
like as an entry
bet on 20 to 1.
Oh yeah, goes
perfect.
What's the best I'm gonna have?
Like, yeah, exactly.
He's an outsider, 25 to 1. Put it all on.
The best bit for me as well is the dialogue between him and Smasher. So like,
I bet Smasher's a real talker, is he?
Well, they're in like a roadside cafe, and he comes over and goes
like a little chef.
Yeah, like a little chef. Yeah, pretty much. He goes, "Hey Hawk," he goes, "I heard you're the guy to beat. I'm Smasher," and he goes, "Oh, good name," like that. It's like so fucking back and forth. It's so crap. And he's going,
and he wrote it.
Yeah, and the guy's like wearing, the people that wear like dungarees with no sort of like
t-shirt.
Yeah, it's just like that sort of thing. Mullet, massive mullet.
They ended up like Vegas, didn't they, or something like that?
Yeah, it's probably in Vegas.
Yeah.
But it's Vegas
because they actually created an over the top
arm wrestling.
They actually changed arm wrestling apparently, because arm wrestling wasn't like that. So that film actually changed the way they format it. So it actually became more like the film, where they have like the they hold on to
the grip thing.
Yeah, grip.
They didn't have that.
No, apparently not. And then,
what about the glove?
I don't know, but it's just
him and Bull Hurley. He
does that over the thing, and he does that thing as well where he lets his hand go, doesn't he? And then he
powers it back.
Yeah. Do you remember? Because
it's all like,
I mean, we all laugh about it, but we all did arm wrestling at school. We all pretended we were Sly doing that.
Oh yeah, doing the old change your hand, the grip. That was fun.
Ridiculous film.
The other song, the film I did want to talk about was just because it's so fucking bad. Is Jaws 4.
There was a 4?
Jaws 4, yeah.
Revenge, wasn't it?
Yeah, with Michael Caine. Michael Caine is the love interest. Yeah. So he's the love interest at 50. Like,
God love him, because he's just retired, hasn't he, Michael Caine now?
Yeah, no, I think so. It's just, but he admits though, because it's come up before.
Purely for the cash. My house.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's just like whenever he gets like pulled up about it, he's going. It's
what a terrible film Jaws 4 was. Yeah, but you should see the house I bought.
I think that's what he says. It's like the reply is brilliant, mate. Yeah. But just like the thing I love about Jaws 4 is it's like the fucking shark has got a personal vendetta against one family.
Because he can pick them out in a lineup.
He picks them up, yeah. So the previous ones have died. They're picked up on the blood smell, and there's something in the water there. They've personally picked out the fucking Brodies. And apparently one of the sharks ended up killing, like, Chief Brody. And it's so full of, and it's all cliches, and it's fucking awful. But just brilliantly awful. It's like, again, it's one of them ones if you're drunk enough just to laugh at. So, yeah.
There was another very good fourth film in a franchise that was this year.
Police Academy
4. Citizens on Patrol.
I was on telly the other night, actually.
That's so bad.
Oh, really?
They're all so bad, but God bless it. It was like, how do we make the police even worse? Let civilians do it? Yes, please. In you come.
We've got Masters of the Universe as well.
Was that Dolphy Lundgren?
Yeah, Dolphy Lundgren.
But what were they
More
thinking?
steroids, please.
Nothing like the old...
he was mildly blonde. That's about it.
All there was Skeletor, there was He-Man, and then there was obviously Man-at-Arms, and the rest of them they just made up. Yeah. It's like Chip Face or something like that. It's look at Chip Face. He's got a face like a chip. It's just like, okay, this is...
It's not like there weren't enough characters in the original, was there?
No, yeah, it's not
It's like, come on, there's loads.
Hey, shoe polish. We'll get you in as well. Hey, come on. It was just absolutely fucking...
Was there like Jennifer Aniston in it or something like that? Was there someone?
No, Courtney Cox.
Was it Courtney Cox?
Yeah, Courtney Cox was in it, yeah.
Words.
Yeah, she was in it. And it was just his get up as well, Lundgren as well. It's just like...
It's just a tiny pair of pants, essentially, wasn't it? And then
yes. Yeah. Pretty much, mate. Again...
One for the ladies.
There's...
Got 3 Men and a Baby.
Oh, yes, one for the ladies.
I remember that being...
I quite remember that, yeah.
It's always on.
I've watched that recently. I watched 3 Men and a Little Lady recently, actually. It was rubbish.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I didn't realise... Do you know who directed 3 Men and a Baby?
Oh,
was it Sidney Poitier?
Quebec. Is it Sidney Quebec?
No, it's Dr. Spock himself, Leonard Nimoy. Yeah.
Nimoy.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nimoy.
And the only other one I've got is the world introducing us to the bunny boilers was Fatal Attraction.
Oh, okay.
What's that this year?
Really?
Yeah. Weirdly, do not have that on my list. I've seen that in broken bits. I've never watched it all the way through.
Yeah,
it's just not my kind of...
That was where the old term bunny boiler come from, wasn't it? So.
It was.
So. There was a few more. Go on, Del.
Raising Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked, yeah. Empire of the Sun I like as well.
Yes, indeed.
Roxanne, I forgot it was nice.
Yeah, a little bit more Steve Martin on a bit of
it's all right, it's not hilarious, but
it's not ideal, but it's watchable.
I thought you might have the Dancy Trousers film.
The Dancy Trouser film?
Yeah. Dragnet with Tom Hanks and.
I didn't even know that came up. I do enjoy that film.
Yeah, I do.
Again, it's sort of Hanks being mad and over the top and stuff, and that.
It's crazy how, like, in the 80s, he was this just comedy.
Yeah,
and he just went to suddenly just this Oscar winning.
Absolute legend. I thought you were going to say Rita Sue and Bob too, Del, because that was this year, and what a film!
You know what?
What a film! We're going for a jump, Bob. Oh, it's my turn. Get over, you dirty bastard.
That film's so fucked up. They were
mental,
schoolgirls.
The schoolgirls, and a married man took them home after babysitting and baffed them in the back of a car, whilst the other one watched it. Get your tights down, Rita. Get your tights down. I want to jump on Bob. It's my turn, you dirty bastard.
It's like proper, and she's like one of the. Oh, you didn't watch Happy Valley? She's one of the. She's one of the actresses.
No, but I know who it is now. Yeah,
and he's actually in Happy Valley as well. Both of them. Who is in Happy Valley. Yeah. It's like proper, it's
just
creepy.
mental, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember it was like always a late night Channel 4 film.
Yes.
That was
exactly what it was,
Yeah.
Filthy. Absolute filth. There's another Channel 4-y one, With Now and I, was out this year as well.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
That's always on Film 4.
You're meant to do the drinking game, isn't you? To hospitalise people.
Live. Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely insane, isn't it?
La Bamba as well. Like, I've always wanted to see that.
La Bamba. Lou Diamond Phillips, was it?
It might be, mate.
Do you know what? That sounds about right.
Was it Lou Diamond Phillips?
Yeah, feels right.
That and Young Guns, that's about it, wasn't it?
He was working well. There's Oodles. There was the first outing of Bond.
Oh, okay.
Living Daylights.
Was this Timothy Dalton?
Timothy Dalton playing the worst Bond.
Yeah, weren't good.
Not a good one.
Weren't good.
Not a good one at all. And then we mentioned sort of Platoon last year. This year was Full Metal Jacket. There was also Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, I never liked that.
Which is the one that just got. It was just basically him shouting down a microphone, wasn't it?
I never liked it.
Never went much further than that with it. That's all mine.
Oh, last one is Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh yeah,
which I actually quite like.
Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue, yeah, it's good. It's a good film. Shue. And the guy from Weird Science, I think, is in it. And Harry and the Hendersons, I really like as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah, John Lithgow, and I just think it's a fun film.
Yeah, I used to like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that's all good.
Loads again. You were right, young Reynolds. Lots to talk about.
It was a good year.
I wonder if 88 is going to be any better.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think it might be.
Yeah, I reckon it might be.
I mean, there could be. I think we could. 88, 89, we could hit some good ones.
Whereas weirdly, when we started, do you remember when we started the 90s, all those episodes ago, we started and we were like, the films weren't that great.
90s was crap.
So we're just about coming to the end of the sweet spot.
And the music's starting to pick up as well.
Yeah.
So I think you'll find with albums as well.
Drop off with films possibly coming, but a pick up of albums. Who knows? We'll find out when we get to the music section.
Yeah.
Right, young fella, my lads, music time, and it's the top 3 albums of 1987. We did films with Phil first, so Del, you're in the hot seat. What's your top 3, big boy?
Yeah, so my top 3, I think the 3 was the one I was struggling with, and when I first heard we was doing 87,
it came as quite a surprise after 86.
Well, I knew he was doing 87, but yeah, I didn't get a phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, what the fuck?
Del, you got 3 hours. Prepare.
Quick, get your shit together. So I was going to go with, I thought it was going to be a Return to the Mac, the Fleetwood Mac.
Turn up the Mac.
Tango in the Night. I know it's a really good album, but...
Doesn't make it.
No, because I just went it for literally the songs that are on this one. I just think I'd more... It's more powerful, more dancey, more upbeat. I just for me, it's cheesy, but I kind of like it cheesy. Oh. It's a bit of cheesy, bit of I don't know. I'll let you decide anyway. It's Whitney by Whitney Houston.
It's not cheesy whatsoever. It's my number 1.
Oh wow! So I thought it was an amazing album, and
great album.
As you know. Well, do you want to talk about it, mate?
No, we'll crack on together. Yeah, absolutely. We'll all jump in.
Well, obviously, but this is one of my favourite songs of all time. Anyway, it's like I Want to Dance with Somebody.
It's amazing.
And then you're hitting like So Emotional, or before then Love Will Save the Day, but then So Emotional is like it's a great one. And then there's like some great ballads in there as well.
Didn't we Almost Have It All? Was up there as well. So those first 4 all went to number 1 in the States and the UK, and that followed previous 3 that were on her debut album. So she had 7 in a row, which beats the Beatles. It beats anyone, for the first 7 singles, apparently. So she was on an absolute roll. But then she did I Know Him So Well, which is obviously a Tim Rice written thing.
So that's a cover. She does it with her mum,
Aspects of Love, whatever it is. Yeah, Sissy.
Yeah, and it's a really good version.
It's lovely.
I much prefer
it's beautiful. And then Where Do Broken Hearts Go?
And there's another one. This I've never heard this song before, but I actually quite like it. It's so cheesy.
Love is a contact sport. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's like, oh, she's getting sexy. Saucy little minx, Whitney.
But no, again,
amazing
fantastic albums. All the albums. I had actually
far poppier than the previous one as well, but I liked that.
Yeah, especially wanted to go in it, I think.
Yeah, and we obviously had a previous guest on that did a cover of the Whitney as well. It was just a beautiful song. Beautiful. Really, really good song.
And it's a hard.
No, it's one of the best pop songs. That is.
Oh, bad that. And it's not like it's aged particularly badly. You can still hear it now, and you won't skip it if it's in a Spotify thing. I'll still quite happily listen to that.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned on the last one. I think I said Whitney's she's probably the best female vocalist I've heard.
But whereas the actual reviews of it when it first came out, they all thought that she was kind of not phoning it in a bit, but she hadn't really progressed from the first album.
Oh, okay.
So she was just doing sort of just enough. They weren't happy that she wasn't really powering through. But it's like, have you heard the vocals on some of these things? It's ridiculous.
It's so crazy. She makes it look easy or sound easy.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. She's not struggling.
No, it's just that good a voice. Easy. It's insane.
Great album. Great album.
So I could have actually gone free pop, and I could have actually gone free non-pop, because again I've got loads of choices here actually for honourable mentions. But number 2,
same here. I have as well.
He's lost. I couldn't put him number 1. Probably because of the things, but again, separating.
I think we've done the same then, Dale. Because are you about to say Mr. Jackson?
Yeah, it's an amazing album.
Bad. It's my number 2 as well.
Yeah, is it?
And again, I've had to say, separate the music from the man.
I don't think there's a bad song.
The only one I don't like is Liberian Girl.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
I know what you mean, but I love it because it's just so fucking random.
It comes out of nowhere, doesn't it?
What the fuck are you talking about? Going from being the bad speed dip. Although I do think it bad. Some of the lyrics actually kind of is he trying to tell us something?
Quite possibly,
because the whole world when you look at it, answer right now because I tell you once again.
And then you've got Man in the Mirror as well. It's like I've got to look at myself a little bit.
Yeah. There's
fucking
a few
Michael.
Sort of Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, it's like He's Dirty, Diana.
You know what? The song that really surprised me.
The Way You Make Me Feel.
Way You Make Me Feel. I love that. And Just Good Friends. I hadn't heard that in ages.
Is that the one with Stevie Wonder?
I think so. It might be.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it?
There's
7 or 8 that are really, really good.
Yeah,
and I
remember really liking Bad when I was younger.
Far more than Thriller.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what I thought.
This was our kind of album, wasn't it? This was our 9-10-year-olds thing.
I liked it when I was younger. I'm not going to like it now, but I just gave it a last minute listen.
Did you put it back in the tape player and just? Yeah. It sounded like a bit strained when you've worn the tape out. That's what I did.
Yeah,
it's almost like a perfect pop album, if I'm honest with you.
Oddly enough. I remember me and you picking Thriller.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it knocks Thriller out of the park.
It does. Oddly enough, I haven't put Bad in my 3, this one.
Yeah.
But I prefer it way more to Thriller.
And Thriller's obviously sold
I think
5 times more than this has.
I think my thought process was I was struggling to find albums then. Yes. So I was just like, I'll put it in there. Whereas this one I'd loads, so I kind of left him out. I was just like,
you had an embarrassment of riches to choose from.
Yeah, maybe, but it is a brilliant album.
Yeah,
it was taking the artist.
Get rid of that thing. Yeah. But it's the final one with Quincy Jones, and then he drops him as a producer, and he starts to go a bit. Was the next one Dangerous?
Yeah, or History
goes a bit.
Oh no, Dangerous. Then it's History. Wasn't it?
I think I think I went off him a bit after that, and then just sort of like, okay, the odd song.
And then he kind of became the joke where he got taken the piss out of at the Brits or whatever it was by Jarvis. And the whole Messiah complex thing kicks in. And
got a bit.
Come on, kids, I'll heal the world.
Yeah, got a bit strange, didn't it?
Yeesh.
But then I just thought it was cool
and a half.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, really good. Like,
favourite song off that album?
Oh, that's a tough one.
So I'd probably say Man in the Mirror.
Yeah,
I like Man in the Mirror. I really like Smooth Criminal as well, but I actually really like Bad. And do you know what got me back into Bad? Was the Minions. Despicable Me 3.
Yeah.
It starts off, I think, with Bad, and because I heard it to death, and I hadn't heard it.
Yeah, such a long break between. You sort of come back to it fresh.
Yeah, I know it's the opener as well.
It's at the end of what's that? The kids' film. It's the big blue head thing.
Megamind.
It's at the bad. Okay, it's at the end of that as well. Isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
But again, Man in the Mirror is a really great song. The words for it are actually really poignant, and it's really good. And A Smooth Criminal, Dirty Diner's just funny. It just makes me laugh.
Only because of who we used to sing it about.
But anyway, it just sort of,
But Dirty Diana, naughty girl.
He's not coming back. Of course he's sleeping with me. But my number one is U2, The Joshua Tree.
Oh my God, this is my number 3.
Oh, is it? Wow.
We've picked exactly the same 3, but different order. Does it feature in yours, Mr. Reynolds?
Yeah.
No? Oh, it does? Okay. Finally. Because we went for a bit of U2 to begin with, didn't we? At the start of the decade. And we've sort of faded away, and this is when they come back properly.
This is the start.
This is where I like U2. There's some of the ones before, I like bits of the album, but this is where I really started to get into them.
Yeah, and aware of at the time as well.
Yeah.
This is the thing, isn't it?
100%.
I don't know if I was at the time.
Yeah, I definitely was.
No, this is the vinyl I was probably talking about earlier when my sister had it.
Oh, it's a beautiful.
So I remember my sister having it, but I don't think I was aware of them at the time. I probably got into them early 90s.
I
started to listen to it.
I was trying to think, was I? Yeah, no, I think I would. Yeah, I think I was aware, but I didn't realise. Then in the 90s when I went back, and then this album, so to speak, I wouldn't have known about the album back then.
It just punches.
Doesn't it? For the first 3 songs are they're quality.
I think all the songs are there.
No, it's great. That's what I mean. But it's a great album. But the first 3 songs in particular,
really
it's like
big,
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Have that sort of Streets Have No Name. Still haven't found what I'm looking for, and With or Without You.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you the other 2 songs that I really love. I won't go into the whole fucking album, but Running to Stand Still, I really love, and One Tree Hill as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're the
I like In God's Country as well. That's a good little one.
Yeah, no, it's
and Bullet the Blue Sky.
To be fair, there's not much on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it's a good album.
I think the U2 albums previous to that had some good singles, but the fillers have been a little bit weak. Whereas this one is
stronger overall.
It's just it's got a theme all the way through it. It's got a little kind of
it's that blend of American and Irish thing, isn't it? Yeah,
country to it, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's just the Edge's guitar as well is like the beat.
Yeah, and his voice, Bono's proper on form with his voice, and that. It is a great album.
And The Streets Have No Name. That again, if you ever seen them live, and that's
the one that gets going. Yeah, they start with that one mainly, don't they?
Yeah, it's a great one.
It takes about a minute's build up to then, and it just
they're great.
Proper goes into it. That is a good live song, that one, isn't it?
And again, I did a bit of overkill with U2, and I went off them a little bit, but by listening to this, it's just I've had a break from it. It's just got me back into it.
Yeah.
So yes, that's my 1, 2, and 3.
Beautiful. Well, mine's exactly the same, but in a different order. So I was 3 Joshua Tree, 2 Mr. Jackson's Bad, and number 1 was Whitney.
Wow.
So Mr. Reynolds,
it's on you, Miss.
All on you.
What?
Sweet child.
Right, my number 3 is Kick by INXS.
Yeah,
so it's an honourable mention.
Another album.
This is pretty much a best of.
It's
a good album.
Apart from Suicide Blonde, this has got all the other songs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like true. New Sensation, Devil Inside, Need You Tonight, Never Tear Us Apart, Mystify, Kick. It's fucking awesome.
It is good. It is good.
And it starts with one of the best things I've ever fucking heard. There's a song called Guns in the Sky, the opening track. Now, if you've heard this, it starts with Michael Hutchence just sounding like he's having a wank. It is fucking brilliant.
Does he have an orange in his
mouth? It literally starts, just hear me going, and that is, honestly, that is the first thing you hear, and it is fucking...
Best album of the year.
That's what makes it. Wow. It is awful.
I feel sorry for Mrs. Reynolds.
Exactly. That's why it didn't make it into my top 3.
You have to. You have to hear it to believe it. It is so bad. But I was cracking up when I heard it. I was like, "What the fuck?" And that pushed it into.
That's why it's number 3.
That's what makes it.
But it is a great album. It's got 6 or 7 fucking awesome songs.
I agree with you, man.
And Never Tear Us Apart is one of the best songs ever written, isn't it?
It's
absolutely unbelievable. But yeah, like I say, that's basically like the best of In Excess is all on that one album.
Yeah, it was hovering over my 3 as well. But there was with the others as well. Yeah, so I would have. So again, I could have gone either way. It's great.
Yeah. There's obviously some honourable mentions we'll go to.
I think we know what we're building up to as number 1. So what's in at number 2, Phil?
Yeah.
Don't know. You tell me what number 2 is.
Oh,
I don't know. It's your list. I feel like
I think you're going REM now because obviously.
Yeah. My number 2 normally is a U2 followed by REM, but I'm actually going REM at 2.
Holy moly!
It's because this actually
the run is broken.
Well, it is because it coincides with probably my least favourite IRS REM album, which is Document.
Okay.
And coinciding with U2 releasing probably their best.
One of their best albums. Okay, so they've just switched in the
order. It has. But listening to this, or looking back at this, I wonder why I just don't really get on with this album.
I was going to say, because there's some...
I know, it's odd.
On it.
Yeah, and it's got their biggest hits on there, like The One I Love, and It's the End of the World If We Know It, Finest Work Song. And I was listening to it, it's got Welcome to the Occupation, Strange...
So
King of Birds.
Why is this therefore your least favourite?
I don't know. I'm out of all the IRS ones.
Is it as a whole listen, like in its entirety?
It's been my least. If I had to pick my top 5, this is always the least one of the IRS ones.
Yeah. It's a really good one. I enjoyed it. Yeah,
and I think it's because it's top heavy.
And it. Right. Okay.
And you've got that
I've
whole
got a thing
of
about top heavy
killers and all the rest of it. Yeah.
So it's the first 5-6 songs are fucking brilliant, but then there's about 3 or 4, and they're not even. They're quite poor. Quite poor REM songs. I'm just like, and they just.
For me, was when REM, a bit like U2, that's for me when
they become stadium. Then nowadays stadium becoming that stadium band.
Well, there's a song there, Phil. You'll know it sounds. The beginning bit sounds exactly like Orange Crush.
Is it Finest Work Song?
No, it's another song. It sounds exactly like it's going to go into Orange Crush. Like the guitar in is like almost like.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think.
Okay, I'll find out.
Or maybe Lightning Hopkins, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, they were going the drums. Yeah, they're becoming a more of a stadium band. You could tell them, but yeah, it's odd because like I do like it now and I listen to it, but it's never resonated to me.
Wow,
as much as the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, 2's still not bad, is it?
No. I mean, I still listen to it. I still listen to it. It's still good, but. Some reason it's the weakest out of all the IRS ones, but there are many people that say this is their favourite one. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Horses for Courses, isn't it?
And then my number 1 is Joshua Tree.
So you went U2,
which is
understandably so.
Great album. So
wowzers. Oh. So honourable mention wise, I did have Document down because obviously it's one of the. It's got some of the singles that we definitely do like. And
so many on it.
It's ridiculous. And then Kick was also on my list. I didn't have many, I must confess. Really? So I had Faith by George Michael, which I quite like some of those songs. That was his breakout thing. Actually by the Pet Shop Boys. License to Ill by Beastie Boys.
Okay.
And Hearsay by Alexander O'Neill. We like Criticise and Fake and all those kind of tunes. But that was it for me. So I'm going to let you gentlemen ramble on incoherently for a while.
You want to go first, Joe? Or do you want to...
I've got a couple. I've got
quite a few, so do you want to go?
Yeah, so one which I was surprised that I quite like. I listened to it and I was Terence Trent D'Arby.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I listened to it and it was good. It had a few good songs on it. And I was like, actually,
loads of really good songs.
Yeah, I quite liked that. I was like, I might
have to give that a check.
Yeah, I got it here. If you let me stay, wish him well, dance little sister, and sign your name. They're big hits. And the rest of the songs around it are all right as well.
Yeah, it was quite good. I was quite surprised. I remember my sister having that on vinyl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked that. And Appetite for Destruction. Apart from the 3 singles, which like Welcome to the Jungle,
Paradise
City, and Sweet Child of Mine. It was just the other songs were just not that good. They
don't seem to fit, did they?
Yeah, but it was worth a mention for them. Obviously, that's their debut album.
Big tunes, yeah.
And then I've got Dirty Dancing as well. Put that down because that was a great album actually. When I watched it, looked about 20 odd songs on it. But again, it's a mixture of 50s, 60s, Motown, and that. And then, but obviously some originals as well, which are really good. I like Dirty Dancing. I used to listen to that when I was younger, actually. Strange Ways, Here We Come by the Smiths.
Yeah, that was pretty good. There's another one I got in there.
That's it really. I got Tango in the Night by Fleetwood Mac, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say the Strange. I think I prefer Smiths towards the end of the 80s. I don't know.
Was this their last album?
Might have been actually. It's the last. I do like
third and final.
I like Meat Is Murder, and there's a few others, but Tango in the Night. That was almost close to going in for me. It's got Everywhere, Little Lies,
There's Little Lies,
Big
on that
Lies,
yeah.
Seven Wonders is another good one, and Family Man is quite good actually. But a shocker as well. And again, this is so cheesy, so you might laugh your head off. But it was Wet, Wet, Wet. Popped In, Sold Out.
Popped In, Sold Out. Oh, great title.
Is that the one with Wishing Well?
So it's got Wishing I Was Lucky.
I Wish I Was Lucky.
It's got Angel Eyes. It's got Sweet Little Mystery.
That's lovely.
And it's got Temptation on as well.
Was he proper on the coke on this one? Or?
No, he went. No, he smacked it.
He went into heroin.
He loved the brown. He loved the brown.
Did he?
Is he now?
Scottish little junkie.
That's what Trainspotting's based on.
Yeah.
And the only other one that sort of surprised me, and I didn't really get a chance to listen to it, was John Mellencamp's album. And it was just the Lonesome Jubilee, and it was just... I actually just listened to it, and then I was listening to more of his stuff, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back and listen to him, because...
Disappeared down a bit of a Mellencamp.
Mellencamp, yeah, I was actually surprised with that. So that's only...
Yeah, he's not an immediate sort of go-to, is he?
And on the other side of things, just sort of hip-hop-wise, LL Cool J and Public Enemy had quite... Public Enemy album's fairly decent as well.
Nice, because I think that Salt and Pepper are knocking around in this kind of a...
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it was last year or this year.
I think so, last year, but
yeah, it's definitely
still carrying on.
Just creeping into the old push it kind of a stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely, lots of good stuff.
It was a good year.
It was a good year. Good year for many things. TV, film, and music all stepping up. What were the singles like, Mr. Reynolds?
Top
10 singles,
biggest selling singles.
We're suggesting that albums are getting stronger, and that's quite clear to see with those choices.
The singles are not letting us down.
They're not either, are they?
Starting at number 10.
Yes, please.
Pump Up the Volume.
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, jam.
It's when this dance song starts to
love
kick
that.
in.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, coincide with that kind of acid house starting off as
Acid
well.
house,
Yeah.
gets even better. Star Trekking, The Firm.
Oh,
Star Trekking across the universe.
always under Captain Kirk. Yeah.
We come in peace, shoot to kill, shoot to kill.
At number 8, It's a Sin, Pet Shop Boys.
That's on the. That's
there's
on
another album that was all right with Dusty Springfield. What have I done to deserve this?
Oh yeah, very nice, very good.
And It's a Sin, yeah.
What was that 8? So number 7, Stand By Me. So I'm guessing that's following on from the film from the year before. So
nice.
Must have been a big hit. Getting them back, old Benny King back in the old charts.
Go
Getting
on,
a bit
Benny.
of cash in his pockets.
Benny Cash.
Well,
Benny.
and Respectable, Mel and Kim.
Oh,
Yeah, it's cracking.
well done there.
Yeah.
Go on the English girls.
Number 5, China in Your Hand.
Powerful stuff.
Can I say? I want to tell you something really childish. So it's called China in Your Hand, isn't it? I used to go before she used to say
China.
Yeah, China in your hand. This is so sad. I'm not proud of myself.
In your hand.
I'm not proud of myself.
I bet you did have a little grin when you.
What is the
Probably at that age, yeah.
Oh, you know in what's his Mike Myers the
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. A lot of vagina.
A lot of vagina.
It's the number 2's assistant, isn't it?
Yeah.
The other song was
So
kind of ruins it a little bit for me as well. It's Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac. And Can You Hear Me Calling out your name? I now think, can you hear me calling? Can you hear me calling out your name? I got Colin now.
That's
stuck
it.
in my
He'll
head.
never leave now, will it? That's the problem.
It's got some
Ruined forevermore, Dale.
Colin.
Ruined forevermore.
Number 4 is it's a classic.
He's got no time for losers, has he?
Number
Straight back
classic
into
is
it. He loves
number
a
4
countdown.
is a classic in my eyes. You Win Again, the Bee Gees.
Oh,
Yeah, that is a good one.
Win Again.
It's just it's that build though, isn't it? It's that thumping break.
I used to love that song. That was a great. Yeah. You win again. We can do it. Hang on, let's do it. We're doing it. You be Morris, Robbie, I'll be Barry.
Oh, hang on. Why are you Barry? If this was recorded, it's just three grown men having a fucking breakdown. But me and Dale just looking really upset that you just chose yourself as Barry. How dare you? When you know you're classic Morris.
I'm the only one alive. You two are dead.
It's outrageous.
He's always wearing a hat. He's got to be fucking Morris, hasn't he? Unbelievable.
Number 3, we've mentioned this before. I Want to Dance for Somebody.
Who?
Whitney.
Is it Morris Gibb?
And then number 2.
Great thing.
This is the battle. This is the battle of the Gunners.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
not the Gunners.
It's the battle of the Gunners.
So it's never.
So number 2 is Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship from Mannequin, as you mentioned.
Gonna stop us now.
Great song. And number 1 is Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley.
Rick Astley.
87 was the year of Astley, wasn't it? Not having it any other way. I know his album didn't make it, but
Astley.
Lick Asshole.
Yeah, so that's your top 10
good tune.
songs of 87.
Very good.
There's something for everyone in there. A little bit of dance, a little bit of loving. Oh,
Yeah. And some downright classics.
Downright classics as ever. Smash it.
Again. What's that now?
We've definitely got a Christmas album coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Look out for it in the shops, everyone. Right, gentlemen, final furlongs are being approached. We're almost ready to send you off into the night, but let's have a little dip into the letters and emails and see what the lovelies have been writing into us. This one comes from Chris Packett, and he says, what type of movie, made up or not, would you most like Linford Christie, Richard Nixon and Michael Barrymore to star in? Phil, you are our resident film expert. You have directed films of your own. You've written films. This should be right up your strata. So you've got Linford Christie, Richard Nixon and Michael Barrymore as the 3 stars of a film. What is that film? It can be a remake or one that you're putting together yourself with a talented cast.
There's a hell of a
There's a lot of potential there, I think. Potential
well,
for
it'd have to be
police involvement, certainly.
Linford Christie, Richard Nixon and who? Michael Barrymore.
Michael Barrymore. I'm thinking immediately the remake of 3 Men and a Little Baby.
I was thinking that 3 Men and a Baby.
And the baby
but then
would be
Barrymore
played by Matt
have,
Lucas.
No, Barrymore wouldn't have the baby, would he?
No, he'd just chuck it in the pool and move on.
Yeah, it'd be that or Three Amigos. You could do the Three Amigos.
Three Amigos,
imagine that.
The new version of Three
But
Amigos.
surely when they do the whole slap hands, and then they do a pelvic thrust, don't they? Christie's going to take someone's eye.
If you watch it in 3D, fucking hell.
Someone's going to lose an eye.
Yeah, it's true. So
what else could we do? What about... Oh, they could always do a Rita, Sue and Bob too. Choose which one you want them to play.
Just fucks them all
do you
to death.
want to have a jump?
Yeah.
Richard Nixon says to Barrymore, "Come on, hurry up! I want to jump on Linford."
Linford, Richard and Michael too. Linford, Richard and Michael. It's got a little ring to it.
Yeah, it's got a lovely little ring, hasn't it? As has Richard Nixon, apparently. Lovely ring. Dale, what about you?
Barrymore knows about that.
I would like
just a sly one slipped in there.
I like the idea. Yeah, I really love the idea of sort of a film that's made, but I'd like them to star in a film called Farm Dog.
You're crafting something specifically for this talented thing. So what happens in Farm Dog? What's the general synopsis of said film? Michael
Barrymore wakes up in his heyday of Strike It Lucky.
Okay.
And he's turned into a farm dog. And
he's like a sheepdog type
sheepdog,
thing?
But he shares a flat with, obviously, Nixon and Linford.
Right, okay.
And so...
And they're still in human form?
They're still in human form. But they're getting, like, one day, obviously, Barrymore goes to the farmhouse phone and manages to ring them up.
Right. So it's got a fucking issue here, lads.
Yeah, I've got to get back. I'm on at 6 o'clock for Strike It Lucky. You got to fucking help me out.
So it needs to happen.
Yeah, the farmer finds out about it because he's using his phone.
Well, I mean, that's what he's living at.
He goes fucking mental.
Dog's using the phone again, love.
And he goes out, he gets the old cleaver knife out they normally use for the pigs because he's even more brutal. He just fucking hacks them to death.
Straight in,
and he's decided to do something to Barrymore. So
rid of the problem.
The race against the time now is for the boys.
So Linford and Richard have to get to the farm to stop this.
And they've got to find out the farm because they don't know the address because
he's only just been able to bark at them enough.
So there's got to be. So that's where the race against time is. Farm dog.
That's powerful. I'm on the edge of my seat already. Can you just put listeners' minds at ease? Does Barrymore get away with it, or is that to be determined?
He got away with it already.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Just was he ever convicted? I can't remember. We'll get our lawyers to listen over to this one. But just to say, it wasn't me and it wasn't Richard that said that.
I've got a good film. I've just thought of it, and it's related to this year.
Is it The Accused?
It's a remake of Lethal Weapon.
Right. Okay.
So you got.
Let me guess. Christie's the weapon.
No, you won't. Linford Christie and Michael Barrymore are teaming up.
So they're playing the
Barrymore's
Riggs
Mel Gibson and Linford Christie's, and
so that means
Richard Nixon's the bad guy.
Gary Busey's character.
He's he's the actual boss of Gary Busey. Remember?
Oh, okay.
And so that, and then the Lethal Weapon is Barrymore's dildo.
The fact that he had his hands grasping a pretend dildo whilst he said that to us and waving it was quite aggressive. Wow, we've got a real smorgasbord of films. I think we're going to clean up in the 1988 Oscars at this rate. Wow. If we can remake those.
Yeah, did he get nominated?
Barrymore?
For something.
Yeah, Rear of the Year. He already won that.
He did get Rear of the Year, yeah.
I can't believe you won the first ever male Rear of the Year.
You're really livid about that, aren't you?
Well, livid.
Well, because his trousers were so tight, and what is a hot spot not? A good spot.
So I would have thought you'd have more of a bony ass, if anything.
Just I wouldn't imagine.
Up and down those stairs, he was always working out, wasn't he? I imagine he was quite hurt.
Can't imagine him having a good ass.
He had a good
Costner,
lawyer.
is it? He's no Costner.
He's no Costner. We can all agree on that. He's no Costner. If you take it one thing away from this, listeners, it's that Michael Barrymore is no Costner.
Do you reckon you'd be able to pick Costner out of an arse lineup?
Yeah.
Oh,
easily.
Unquestionable.
Set one up for me.
Phil spent many an hour researching this. He's
Set one
really
up,
good
and I'll do it.
Okay.
Get loads of film actors' asses.
Yeah.
If anyone can be bothered to make that happen, please let us know. Send it in and see if it gets through our filters. Good luck, everybody. But there you go, Chris Packett. That is our films featuring Christie, Nixon and Barrymore. Let's move on. Rabbit De Niro has asked, what's the most unusual way you can think of to deter a mugger? Straight in. Del, I'm going to come to you on that one, actually. You are our have a go hero.
It's the unusual way.
Unusual way to deter a mugger. So the obvious way, obviously, is to just go at them. Fight violence with violence. Fight fire with fire. So the most unusual way is surely to do the opposite.
See, I like the hot apple pie option.
Which is?
Buy a hot apple pie.
Right.
Or get a pasty.
You say it like it's a known...
No, or a pasty.
Right, something with a molten inside.
You tuck it, say a hot apple pie in the left pocket, a pasty,
so if they go in,
piping hot pasty in the right pocket.
So if they go in for the snatch.
Yeah, maybe put some loose dollars, maybe.
Just,
I don't know what dollars.
How are they going to keep it hot?
Well, because they stay hot forever.
How do you know when you're being mugged?
No word of a lie. So Jenny came home this evening after getting a McDonald's apple pie at Clackett Lane Services, which is maybe an hour's drive away from where we are. By the time she came in, she put the apple pie down. It was still fucking hot in the packet. Yeah, those things do not go. They've got a half-life of like 50,000 years. It's like uranium. I'm suggesting it's going to stay hot in Richard's back pocket. Have you felt his?
Probably not. It's probably not that most unusual, but it would work.
It would definitely work. You'd only dip your hand in there once, try and nick $1 and come out with like...
Yeah, third-degree burns.
Yeah, you've lost all your fingers up to the first knuckle. Vile. What about you, Mr. Reynolds? Got any ideas for deterring muggers? I would suggest that singing like the Bee Gees at them is going to scare the shit out of them. It scared the hell out of me.
The beauty of it would probably make them think twice, maybe.
All the wonder of beauty in the world might make them change their minds.
Yeah, I think so. It could be an option.
It's definitely
certainly confuse them.
So.
Especially if like you two are always just beside me.
You were going to say behind you, weren't you? Because you're leading, because you're
I'm Barry.
You're Barry, just to confirm.
What about if you had a device, Phil, where you could press a button and both of our heads would pop up on your shoulders?
Out your shoulder
start
pads.
singing.
Yeah.
A perfect sort of...
I see, I've done For Whom the Bell Tolls now, but I was doing You Win Again first, wasn't we?
You are.
Yeah, it was.
You win again. And then you two were like... Yeah, that could be a good little one. Oh, that would certainly freak him out.
It would do, yeah, I think so.
Like, what the fuck, man?
I'm like, what the hell's that?
And I'd be like,
Jesus.
you just fucked with the 3Gs, motherfucker.
I didn't realise Samuel L. Jackson was part of the 3Gs. Is that right?
Yeah.
I've had enough of these goddamn Bee Gees on this motherfucking plane.
Well, they needed a new lineup.
They certainly did. They were losing members hand over fist, weren't they?
They were.
God bless them all. All the village parties. 19 members of the Bee Gees so far they've gone through. There you go, Mr. De Niro. A couple of ways there. Let us know if you've managed to fight off a mugger yourself. Who have we got here? Colin de Police has written in. He's asked, what's it? Using the items in your shed, how could you build the perfect Hollywood actor? He doesn't know what's in my shed because I've actually got Mel Gibson locked up in my shed.
So the actual
items in your shed. So I do have Mel Gibson in my shed.
Are you making an existing actor or another actor?
I believe that is in your interpretation. How can you build the perfect Hollywood actor? So you might have the chiselled abs of such and such, but have you got those in your shed? That's
No, I've just got like a lawnmower.
Well, the lawnmower man. Perfect actor.
Yeah.
Ah, Jeff
Goldblum.
Oh, Jeff.
Got a fly. Got a fly in your shed.
A lawnmower. What else have I got?
You've got that human head, haven't you?
Human head. Yes, I'd be like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen that.
Oh, mate, it's perfect.
Oh my God, you've got a box, you've got a head. I mean, I've got everything.
I don't know, yeah. Go to Dill first on this.
Have a ponder. What about you, Richie Dizzle, then?
So I'd go with...
in my shed.
I've got a rake. I have a rake and a hard, like, industrial broom for legs.
Right, okay, yeah, nice. Nice skinny legs.
Paddling pool body.
Standard, like the Marshmallow Man.
It's just arms now. Strimmer
Strimmer for one arm.
God, I really need another
What about barbecue tongs or something like that?
Yeah, for other arms, yeah. That's
Other
cool.
arms.
And then a head would be watering can.
Lovely.
And
So who does that represent?
that's a new actor
Clearly.
called Chip Falker.
Chip Falker.
Yeah.
Lovely. No relation to
Mother Falker.
Chip
Pan.
Chip Pan Fire. Any more advance on your potential Hollywood A-lister?
I'm going for namesake, really. I've got Spade. So thinking Kevin Spacey.
Oh.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey. And there's...
Or you could always get that other actor. What was he in? Bobby Ronsill. Do you not remember?
I love his films.
He's great, wasn't
God,
he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good.
Needs to win an Oscar, though.
He was in Wall Street, wasn't he?
He was
Bobby
in Wall
Ronsill.
Street.
No, I'm just thinking the Spade I do have in the shed.
Yeah, it talks to me.
David Spade.
But I did catch it. I come down the stairs one night and I did catch it wanking over someone on the sofa. So that's why I went for Kevin Spacey.
Oh,
that makes
nice.
perfect sense.
Right.
Unwanted advances of the man from the shed.
I did that. So yeah, I thought it kind of fitted.
Oh, did it run out? Or
I've called that Spade Kevin ever since. You get a Spade out.
Did you startle it or did you give it a scolding?
No,
he looked at it. He gave me one of his looks. You know Phil's looks. They're powerful, aren't they?
Yeah, but
a withering.
He's basically
withering
John
look.
Doe, so I'm not gonna not fuck him with that.
Too right. Right, there you go, Colin. Final question in that case. Let's have a little look through the old bag.
Final question already.
Final question, I reckon, and then we can let you go. Okay. Here we go. Ray the Otter says, can you come up with an invention that will be loved by future generations of ghosts? He was so close to the perfect question, old Ray, and he just twisted it.
I was
didn't
actually
he?
not thinking that.
Can you come up with an invention that will be loved by future generations? Like, bloody hell, that's deep for one of our listeners.
Why future
And
generation of ghosts? How are they evolving?
It's a very good question because ghosts are like
Yeah, they're not
recollections of
evolving,
the past,
are they?
aren't
So
they?
they're just...
How do you
or
know?
maybe just ghosts.
Ghost house.
We've all seen the BBC
the ghost
comedy drama
Oh,
based on reality.
Well, the ghost sitcom.
They're all old members of society.
Spooks of Hazard.
That's delightful, Richie D. I'm liking that. So yeah, how would you come up? Well, what can you say would be an invention that would be loved by future generations? You can include ghosts or not if you so desire. Okay. I'm going to give you license to.
No, well, I'll stick to the question.
That's fair. We're nothing if not good to.
Well, I suppose you'd have. I don't know how you'd do it, but you'd have to have something that's going to, I suppose, show them in their true light, isn't it? That would be surely the thing. They want to be seen, don't they? Let's face it. They're exhibitionists at the end of the day, ghosts.
Because they won't go into the.
I think we're all
final move.
Yeah, exactly. We're all there, but some people choose just.
I'll blend away and fade away.
Where
others
some are
like,
just like,
no, I'm going to stick around.
I want to be fucking seen.
That is a very accurate ghost.
I want to be seen. So it's something that's going to, an invention that is going to allow you to see ghosts, that make them present to the human eye, where they can do what they want to do.
We want to do what we want to do.
Life-size version of
We're going to have a party.
We want to get
That's
loaded.
what we're going to do.
We want to get drunk. We're going to get loaded.
Well, like a life-size version of Pac-Man.
Could be. It'd be like that one out of Three Men and the Baby where it's like hidden behind the door.
Is there a ghost in Three Men and the Baby?
No, there was a rumour of it, wasn't it? But it just turns out it's Ted Danson.
Dicking around.
Okay.
No, he plays an actor. Have you never heard that rumour?
No.
So there was always a rumour. There was a certain scene in the film Freeman and the Baby where seems like there's a ghost in the background.
Intentionally in the film?
In the film, everyone says, what is that figure? It just appears. But Ted Danson plays an actor, doesn't he? And it's a cut-out copy of him. But everyone used to think it was a ghost.
Because it was in shitty SD. And
yeah. So it's like in the background. It's not very clear.
Okay.
It looks really eerie, but it is just a cut-out of him.
Of Danson. Wow.
How did we get onto that? I don't even know how we
got about ghosts.
Obviously talking about ghosts.
Exactly. What about you, Richie? Can you think of an invention that will be loved by future generations of ghosts? I think Phil's onto a bit of a winner, so it's something that sort of brings them into the forefront or into the current world.
Only for the lazy ghosts, and it's a woo machine.
like a Revenger from the old days.
They can press it and
noise.
Woo, and then you've got different types of woo. It's still got.
They can't touch, can they?
Yeah, they can still move things. A poltergeist can.
So different type of woo. So you could have one that goes, woo-in again.
Yeah, Fiji ghost.
They could have a Ric Flair ghost.
Yeah, that'd be like woo. That'd be like Morris and Robin ghost, then, wouldn't it? That's them covered.
Yeah. I like that.
You two can do that one. Go on, you two do that one. There you go. So that's the Morris and Robin sorted.
That's nice.
You could have train ghosts.
Woo! How many different types of woo can we crowbar into this answer?
Spice Girl ghost.
I don't know, but I think we're going there.
Who do you think you are? That's true. Obviously, there's the Keith Moon ghost. He's the who.
So I think they could. Yeah.
So who let the dogs out ghost?
And Doctor.
Woo.
Doctor Woo.
The TARDIS.
So I think different levels of woos for the lazy ghosts. There are lazy ghosts.
There's definitely lazy ghosts.
I thought you said lady ghosts.
Oh, it could be lady ghosts.
Lady
ghosts.
There you go.
Lady boys.
Ladyboy ghosts. Where are you from, honey?
Oh, that'd be. Oh, could be. There must be lady boy ghosts if there's. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
This day and age is bound to be in there.
In this day and age. Hang on, Grandad's back. In this day and age, you can't get away from them, can you? To a penny, ladyboy ghosts.
Bound to be.
Bound to be. Probably not working. Unbelievable. Sponging off the steak.
Remember, if they got an apple, they got a banana.
and that is the line that you end on. That's the letters and emails, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if they've got an apple, they've got a banana.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And that's that. Another cracker of an episode, home and hosed. Top form, gents. I'm giving you A+ all round. Well played. Hey. Well played.
Thank you. Well done, sir.
Right, Blankers, we're off to practice the dirty dancing lift. Del, you're going to have to catch both of us, so I'd pop on the back brace if I were you.
I will.
Hopefully we'll be back very soon with a 1988 episode, although Del may be in traction for the recording, but we will see you all very soon. In the meantime, remember to check out the 80s Spotify playlist for more great musical additions. But until we meet again, it's bye-bye, Blankers.
Can we just finish on the Bee Gees thing?
The
3 Gs.
The 3 Gs. Yeah. Go on then, sing us out. Come on, Barry, lead us. I'm trying to pick up on... Oh, there it is.